will try. Lighting is not so good at this point. Mine's terrible. That's better. It's like glaring on my face.
Well, I have it light everywhere I am.
Yeah, but yours looks nice.
All right. Should we cheers?
Yep.
Ready?
Are you this way to go cheers?
I'm that way.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hi, I'm Liz from Arrow Acres. Welcome to Cocktail Hour at the Coop. I did it all wrong. I usually say welcome to Cocktail Hour at the Coop, and that's who I am.
We haven't done it in 6 weeks. That's why. Ready? Starting.
And wait, let's read cheers.
Okay.
Ready?
Cheers.
Cheers. Welcome to Cocktail Hour at the Coop. I am Liz from Arrow Acres. My sister Leanne. We are virtual because we were afraid to meet together.
Yes, because
we
do go out in the world.
I don't think it'll show. My dad made us a plexiglass shield to go between us so that we could meet at the farm and record together, but
I got nervous.
I was nervous last night. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
Masks on. And
because you and I are going out and to grocery stores only. It's the only place I go.
Yeah.
I had to get chicken food yesterday, so I went to Tractor Supply. But we're not letting the boys see the girlfriends or their friends. So the second that I break that rule, that's it. Like Amy is begging me, texting Rick. I'm like, I'm not doing it. I can't do it.
No,
like,
it's not worth it. We have family members, we have friends, and we have neighbors who have had it mildly and very severely. So thank God they have all survived.
Yes.
They're all recovering well, but it's not worth it.
Carrie knows 4 people that have died. Yeah. And I work for a senior living community, as most of you know, but I'm in the corporate office. So I'm able to work from home, but we've had 27 people die, and it's, you can look it up every day, and they're doing everything they possibly can. But so anyway, so we're doing this way. We're doing Zoom, we're recording. So let's hope it works.
Yeah, I hope
right?
so.
So we'll bring you a little sunshine and happiness.
Yeah. So our houses have been a little different with this whole quarantine thing and homeschooling because she's working from home, her husband's working from home, and the kids are all doing school from home. Whereas my husband's working from home, but he's really only like half day working from home. And I work at the farm for an hour in the morning. So I think we've had different experiences with all being home.
Yeah.
I think it's hard.
Not good now.
But yeah, I think everybody's kind of in a routine.
Yeah.
And my kids have been great. The kids they're little. You say, go outside, play in the dirt. They're happy.
Oh, Rick said he's going to need therapy when he has to go back to work.
Right.
Like, this is wonderful. He does his meetings and he keeps himself he doesn't have the screen on. He's been wearing that hat that Andy made him years ago. I said he looks like a lighthouse keeper. So like every day I'm like, are the ships safe? Are they coming in? But no, I was fine the first week. No, I wasn't fine the first week. I was terrible the second week.
I was okay with homeschooling. Mine was more like I wasn't making anything. I wasn't crocheting anything. I was like, I would crochet like half a row and get distracted and put it down and pick up my phone. And I don't know, I couldn't focus on one thing.
I was still figuring out the working from home, and our office was still technically open for that first week. But then someone got diagnosed, and then that was it. There's been a lot of that. But I've been the opposite. I've been making so much stuff that I have Friends was on yesterday, and it was my favorite episode when they're getting ready to go to Ross's dinner, and remember Phoebe gets the hummus and Joey puts on all of Chandler's clothes. You know that one? The Friends episode where they're getting ready and Chandler hides all of Joey's underwear, and then Joey goes and puts all of Chandler's clothes on, goes commando.
I know the image, but I haven't watched them all since 15 years, 20 years ago.
Well, I thought of putting everything on
20 years ago
for this podcast and just start stripping as we go.
All right, the dog is here.
I've been drinking too much. I've been eating too much. I've been making sourdough bread.
I think it's the triple chin now.
This. Lots of sourdough bread, which you enjoyed.
The dog, he's going to be real whiny. I need to get rid of him.
No, he's all right.
Don't whine.
I've been binging Homeland, but I had to take a break because I was having nightmares.
Okay, so so I wrote down a couple questions. What have been your favorite things to binge?
Homeland, for
Mhm.
sure.
Which I already watched Homeland. I loved it.
But I literally was having nightmares. So I've backed off, and I'm in season 3, and I'm not loving season 3 at all.
There's certain seasons that I didn't like. I don't remember.
Not liking it. No. So that I'm just kind of getting through. What else have I been binging? We've been watching movies. Like every night it's like, okay, what movie? So Rick was picking like old 80s movies the kids never saw. I watched Meatballs the other night again. I like that movie. Basically movies. What about you? You never seen Meatballs?
I don't think so. We just watched Waco on Netflix. It was really good. It was really good. And it's just a couple episodes, so it's like a quick one. We watched Tiger King.
Oh, we watched Tiger King. Everyone watched Tiger King.
I liked Self-Made on Netflix.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
It's great. It's really great. And it's like, it doesn't matter who's around. And it's quick. Same thing. It's only like 5 or 6 episodes. I've been watching Making the Cut on Prime. It's Heidi Klum and Tim Gunn. It's the new Project Runway. It's called Making the Cut. It's very, very cool.
I'm finding that I'm having trouble watching shows like that in my house because the boys
nobody else
will watch it, but they will watch Homeland with me.
Oh,
so if they're downstairs, they'll watch it.
And then I've been watching Jane the Virgin, which is hysterical.
Dalton and his girlfriend watch it. Well,
it's very inappropriate. Like I can't have the kids around. It's not. My kids are still too little to have them around. Like the first first season or 2, I was like, there was like a lot of making out and stuff, and so I had to I had to keep it in like pause it or just watch it when they were in their rooms. And Nick now calls it the repellent because he hears the sound of it and he's like, ugh, and he walks out of the room. He hates it. Oh, you froze on me.
Oh, you froze on me. You're like this.
Just gonna pause.
Wait, I have to take a picture of it because you froze too. All right, I'll pause it. Yeah. Good. All right, I'm recording again. We lost Lizzie. She froze. Your face was hysterical. I took a picture of it.
You were like this. And you were like this on mine.
Anyway, glad that worked out. I got another drink in the meantime. That was good timing. I forget what we were talking about. Oh, I thought of another show. We watched Ozark season 3.
Oh, that was what it was.
That is
crazy. I want to write down.
That's a crazy show.
Mm-hmm.
I love Jason Bateman.
So do I. We just saw him in something else, and he's like really young. I forget what it was.
Oh, he's so, I don't know. He's not like the cutest guy, but ooh, I do like him.
I like Jason Bateman.
Ooh, adorable.
All right, and then my other quarantine question is, what has been your favorite thing to eat? Favorite recipe?
I sent it to you. Okay, now that we're home, here's the good thing about quarantine. This has been the best thing that came out of it. Okay, when I was a stay-at-home mom, I liked being a stay-at-home mom, and I was very good at it, I thought, and I liked making dinner. But when you get home from work at 5:30, you can't like make these big dinners. And baseball season normally is like on the go, quick check, Wawa. We don't have time. So I have time. So I went on Pinterest, and I found a 1-pot Cajun chicken pasta dish. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Really good. My kids love it. I've made it every week so far, and they're not sick of it yet. So
we don't do well with cream cheese based sauces in this house.
Oh, right. Yeah, no.
So I'm very disappointed because I thought that looked fantastic.
But well, I'll tell you what, when I make it, we usually have leftovers. I'll give you some so you can have it. Mm-hmm. That's good. So that was definitely my new recipe I discovered, and definitely my sourdough bread. Dalton.
Oh, that sourdough bread is so good.
And Dalton has been perfecting chocolate chip cookies, which cracks me up. So he has found Bobby Flay has the best chocolate chip recipe so far, but it has to like sit in the fridge overnight, and he didn't know that. So when he made it first, he was like, "Oh, he didn't read it all the way through." And then he's like, "I have to put it in the fridge." And I said, "Well, you can just cook them." And he's like, "No, I want to do it." And they were so good.
You know that Toll
Everybody's
House
going off right
cookies were supposed to be, they're supposed to be overnight in the fridge before you cook them.
now.
When you make
Toll House.
but it lost its thing over time.
Oh.
They lost that step. Like people have lost that step.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It was so good. So that's our other thing. And frozen pizza.
Mhm.
Anyone whose kids are Barstool sports fans out there,
Yep.
there's no sports to talk about, obviously. So they have been, this one guy keeps testing frozen pizza, and every frozen pizza place sends him, like every company sends him. So Dalton's been having me do that too. So he's obsessed with like Red Baron frozen pizza. That's been our new quarantine food. Super
My
healthy.
favorite recipe that I've made is it's like a sweet potato coconut curry soup. And it's like it's really easy. Like, and I've been making it for lunch because the kids don't like it, but Nick and I really like it, and mom and dad like it. So I've been taking them containers of it. So it's super easy. It's just onions, garlic, ginger, sweet potatoes cubed up. And then you like cook that a little bit. You do curry powder and cayenne pepper, and then veggie broth and red lentils, and cook it for you let it come to a boil and then turn it low and cook it for 20 minutes. And then you add in a can of coconut milk and some spinach. We do spinach or kale or whatever. And you serve it over rice, and you take the mini naans from Aldi, pop them in the toaster, and then you dunk it.
Yum.
It's so good. It hits like everything. It's spicy.
Yeah.
It's savory.
All right.
I have
Post
some
the recipe. Post a recipe.
I will. I'm gonna link it at the bottom.
Rick and I like soup. The kids don't, but I just made, like yesterday, I made the escarole and white bean soup, and I have my sourdough bread. That's delicious. It's quick. That's like a 20-minute soup.
Yeah. Yeah. The sausage soup that we make is like a 20-minute soup too.
What's the best thing that's come out of this time for you? Instead of the negative, everyone's just talking about negative stuff.
You know what? This isn't much different than my regular life.
That's like mom.
Besides just running to the store, this doesn't change our life too much. I mean, socially, we usually see friends a bit more, but we were kind of in this space because I had preschool last year.
Yeah,
so like
true.
I'm not really out of the whole kids not being home thing.
Yeah, like my life went.
Yeah.
But the best thing that's come out of it is that Dalton and Garrett are home all the time.
Yeah, you get to see your kids.
I have teenagers. You guys know I have teenagers, and every weekend they're out. They're with their friends. They're never here. I never see them. So now they're home, and the first week they were fine. Second week they were like, what do you guys want to watch tonight? They're like, I don't know. Now they're fine. They've settled in. Everyone's fine. They miss their friends. Garrett misses his girlfriend.
Yeah.
She misses him terribly. But they play PlayStation with their friends.
Yeah.
You know, my oldest is a senior, you guys know. So that's been a little, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if he's going to college in the fall, but what are we going to do? We're just staying home and trying to stay healthy so they can go back to school. So that's
a lot of family movie nights. The kids have been getting along really, really well. We kind of go through phases where they get along really, really well, and then they fight for like a couple months. I think we're getting into a fight.
A couple months?
Yeah. Like
a day?
A couple months, and then a good couple months and a bad couple months. We're kind of getting into fight zone again. Like the first, maybe not the first week, the second or third week, they asked to sleep together. Like I have a sleepover.
Aww.
And they were begging to have sleepovers with each other like
so
every
cute.
night. It was really cute. And it was going really well. And then we were staying up later and later and later and later. So we had to make it every other night. Every other night you had to get a good night's rest in your own bed. And then the next night you could have a sleepover. And then it became like war zone at sleepover time. So we just this weekend, last week we changed it to only Fridays and Saturdays. Because it was like 9:30, 9:45. Guys, you got to calm down.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. Like, not that we have bedtimes ever.
No.
But I would go to bed by 9:30, quarter to 10. Well, I was staying up watching Homeland until midnight, waking up whenever the heck I woke up. It was a hot mess. And this is what I figured out about myself. I like schedules, but I can't schedule myself. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, right. You need somebody to say, this is when you have to do this.
Yeah, like you need to be at work at this time, and the bus is coming at this time. So I started setting my alarm. That has helped. No, it's an hour later than it used to be. But
Right.
I set my alarm, I drink my coffee, I watch Good Morning America, and then I start working. That's helped.
Yeah. I try to be up and out of bed and feeding the kids at 8. And if I can do that, then I can get changed into clothes to go to the farm, and I can get them set up with a little bit of work at the table to start their day, because that's when he's busy with teaching on the computer. So I kind of set them up with like their easier stuff in the morning. I go to the farm for at least an hour. Then I come home. They're always on break by the time I get home. It's like a free-for-all in here. And then we get going with our day, but I don't know. It's been fine.
I've been doing everyone's Instagram posts. I've been much more connected, I feel like, on Facebook and Instagram and that kind of stuff. That's been nice to see. Funny stuff. There's some funny stuff out there.
Well, we're watching Tiger King, those Tiger King memes.
Oh, they were so great. Peggy would text me at the end of the day, because like sometimes I'd kind of log off early if I needed to help Chase, but I just let him know, like, if you need me, I'm here, but I'm kind of logging off early. Peggy would write, okay, all you cool cats and kittens, I'm logging off for the day.
I love it. I love it. And my mom group, I have a mom group. There's 6 of us that text together. Every once in a while, like somebody will be having a bad day and somebody pops in one of those Tiger King memes. And today's better. It's all better. I laugh so hard at every single one of them. I like the one that has like the guy pulling up with the skeleton in the car with him. Have you seen that one? And it's like
husband.
It's like at this point, this dude rolls up with a skeleton riding shotgun. They don't even think to mention it, and you don't even care.
It was so crazy. The whole thing was crazy.
I loved it. All right, should we talk about making stuff?
Sure. That's right. That's what we're supposed to be doing. See, we haven't seen each other.
No, we haven't.
We normally see each other every weekend because of the coop being open. But that's not the flat one.
This was my first basket. I made this day 1 of quarantine.
I thought you said you weren't productive. You were day 1, that was it?
Well, day 1 I was productive because it still wasn't quarantine, like in my head, you know?
Yeah.
And then.
That's very nice. Is that from some of the supplies that woman you got from the woman?
Yeah, a nice customer from the farm asked if we knew anybody who would be interested in basket making supplies. Me! So she invited us over. She had inherited her friend's mom's supply. So she was trying to make room in her attic. So I took a bunch.
The handle's so pretty. Look at that.
But then I lost my mojo for weeks. And you know what I did to kind of get it back? I went in my stash and I balled up a ton of yarn. So that's what this is full of. It's full of all caked up yarn. And I really got my mojo back.
So every Saturday since this whole thing has been happening, Rick and I pick a spot or like a cabinet or a closet or something to clean out.
Yeah.
So I think last Saturday I did like the porch was a hot mess, a disaster. So I was like, let me tackle that. So all my yarn and stuff is down there. Like my desk was a mess because I work at the dining room table. I don't work at that desk anymore. It was Mary's old desk. It's right there. Right there it is. Anyway, so I went through my yarn and I don't have a stash. I really don't have much, but I have a million like balls this big.
Little tiny.
So I have one bin of all, and I got rid of like, I had old stuff I'm never going to use. Like when I first started knitting like crap yarn, I really threw away like a ton of like it was all balled up and knotted and like, so I got rid of that. So now like this, I knitted this and this was the last I had of like stash yarn enough to make something. So now I'm thinking now to start knitting stuff for the coop. That hopefully
that's what Mom's been making tons of. She's got like a nice stack.
I know all her hats. I dropped off food to her and
I have a stack of them. So this was the first thing I made when I got out of my phone.
That's pretty.
It's the Tunisian ribbed cow by Hooked Hazel.
Is that your Bing Cherry yarn?
No, it's not. It's a new one that I actually have at the coop. So it's nice. It fits like a gator.
You could use that in the store.
Yeah. No, they're saying that they're not worth it.
Oh.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, too much gets through it.
My friend Mary.
Like even bandanas are terrible. They're not even worth it.
My friend Mary from work, she called me and said that the other day she put on her hooded sweatshirt backwards by accident and then realized it makes a really good mask. She's like, you tie it?
Make some holes. So that got me out of my
I
phone.
like that. Do you have yarn listed on Etsy that you dyed or stuff at the farm?
Yeah, that pinkish purpley one, I think, is on Etsy. I went over to the coop to see what was there. And the green I had, so both ends are supposed to be the same color, but I was using up stash yarn, so this really light green.
It's pretty.
I didn't have enough, so I just did it in that color. I made a hat. Just one of my basic hats for the coop. I made a dotty cowl. This was before quarantine I started. I may have talked about that in the last one. I think I did.
Did Carrie make one too? Did someone else make one?
My mom made one.
Yeah.
Then I designed a new pattern. I've had it in my head since Rhinebeck.
Rhinebeck. I hope Rhinebeck happens.
Fuzzy in my mouth. I was trying to make it in yarn that I had gotten from Toad Hollow. I was designing it was like 3 colors, this big shawl thing, and it was just too much, too big. And then remember that like yellow cowl you had in the last basement episode? It just was, I'll show you because this is what I designed this one based off of.
Oh yeah, my Star Shower cowl. Oh, it looks just like it.
So I designed this one.
That's nice.
Except this has that weird little neck.
Yeah.
It does too.
But I just folded it down.
Yeah, but I didn't like that.
But it looks great. It's just like my Star Shower cowl.
I did it in the feeder book, and I folded it in just like yours.
Yeah.
That weird little thing. And then I thought, how can I get rid of that thing? So I made another one, and this is with Toad Hollow yarn. This is their Dementor's Kiss color, which is not coming out at all on the screen what it is. It's like a dark indigo color.
Oh, it looks purple.
Yeah, it's not purple. And I got rid of that thing. I figured out, but I still thought it might be a little too loose.
Too big, yeah. No, I kind of like the first one better.
So then I did another one.
Oh.
And I did this one with homespun yarn, and I made the neck a little bit smaller.
Yeah, that one's
much
better.
nicer.
Yeah.
So it hasn't been blocked yet, but this is with hand spun, hand dyed, stash.
Ooh, that's really pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one.
And then I made another one because I'm testing it. So I'm
no girl that lost her mojo and hasn't really done it.
I got it back, but it's such a small cowl that I can make it in one day. Yeah. So this is that bigger size again. I think I made this before the hand spun one.
But that's good to have the bigger sizes. Like some people like that.
Yeah, some people don't like it tight around their neck. So I like them.
Oh, great.
And I just finished one today with hand spun. But I don't like this one as much.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah, more your colors.
Yeah, they're more my
colors.
colors.
With I'll show you up close. This was with fiber that I got at our guild Christmas party, and I won it in our little game, and it was a loop. It's a bump of loop yarn, or fiber. So I spun it, and then Navajo plied it. I was thinking this would be great for me because I don't have any really like black and gray scarves, and I kept finding this winter that I really could have used one, but I don't know.
Yeah, they're much more my colors.
Yeah, I don't know if I like how stripy it is.
I like it. Looks like Pittsburgh Steelers. Is it?
It's like a gold. It's like a light green.
Yeah.
Dark gray, light gray, and like a gold. That's pretty true to color. How it's showing up on.
I like it.
And there's a tiny bit of sparkle in it every once in a while.
I was watching Paige's podcast from Norway. Did you watch her?
I haven't watched it yet. I put it on and then the house got loud and I had to turn it off.
So great. First of all, you guys, we're friends with Paige the Framer. Her music choices were so fabulous. Like when they're on the river, in that freezing boat ride, she had the song, "What Would You Do with a Drunken Sailor" playing. Like, it's so great. But anyway, all the colors there and the houses, they're all my colors.
Yeah.
Every single, I'm like, yep. Every single thing I knit is like those colors. Oh, I would love it there. It was great. Great vlog. Is that it? Is that all you made? You must have.
Yeah, but talking about this, it needs a name.
Quarantine shawl.
The Quarantini.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to name it. So if anybody has suggestions, comment below. I don't know what to name it. It's in 3 sections. It's worked flat and in the round.
It's great.
I love making it too. It's fast.
That's more important. Oh yeah, that's important because I told you, I think I told Mom. I told you too. My cabled sweater.
Yeah.
I think about working on it and I like shudder. And that's not why I knit.
Just make it short.
I don't even want to do that.
Oh.
It's terrible. You have to pay so close attention. There's no TV knitting. It's insane. I just want to knit. You know what I mean? So
you didn't talk about what you're wearing. You talked about it, but you didn't say what it was.
I love this. Okay, I am wearing the Anchor Summer shirt. Anchor Summer sweater?
Tee?
No, Anchor Summer shirt. There's different ones. It's by Petite Knits. I'll send you the link.
It'll be down below.
It is you can see it. It has ribbing up top. You increase, like very simply, a quick little raglan right there. Straight body. No, I'm in leggings. So it's just straight. There's no shaping. So literally like you fly. And I knit it with marinated yarn, her DK, which is the same as my Soldotna crop, same yarn. This is the yellow that I put in that Malou shawl.
You finish your Soldotna?
Have I shown myself?
Yeah, you showed it last time and you ran out of yarn.
Yeah, I didn't order any yet.
So it's still not done.
It's not done. It's the same spot it was last time I showed you. Ooh, I love that one.
That's so pretty.
I was knitting this at night at like 10:30 at night in the dark. My needle came apart from the cable. If you're a circular knit, oh my, I was like, ah! So like it came apart. It was old needle came apart. I had to like put every single one back on, and finding another size 6 somewhere in my needle thing. It's terrible. That's like a nightmare. Anyway, but I saved it. But I absolutely love it. It's squishy and it's nice and it's easy to wear.
That would be nice in that Quince & Co. linen yarn.
Oh, I'm going to make more of these. I was thinking the same thing because Paige has it. So I thought I should get some from her. And I thought it would be cute under a jean jacket or with like navy blue linen pants, like wide leg crop, right?
With her overalls?
Right, overalls. I was thinking the same thing. I was on Amazon looking for overalls. Because Mom has the navy blue ones, right? Won't that look nice? Mm-hmm. I'm very happy with it. I love it. And then I also have I finished.
You're starting to get spotty on my end, so I hope I don't cut out again.
All right, well, if you do, you know how to rejoin?
Yeah.
So I finished this since the last time we talked.
Still in pajamas.
First of all, because of this, I just got dressed. I had the curling iron going, and Rick goes, "Why is the curling iron on? Do you have a date?" I said, "Yeah, I have a date." So I finished this.
Oh, I love it.
I freaking love it.
Uh-oh.
What? Am I frozen?
Frozen.
You're not frozen for me. Now she's frozen. Oh, okay, Liz froze again, so we're back. But someone just commented, I took a picture, I guess, in my kitchen of my, like, cheers, we're getting ready for the podcast. And they're like, who is this? NJ Christine. Oh my goodness, you're successfully growing that string of pearl succulent. Every time I try, they just die. What's your secret? I just got it yesterday, so I don't know. I've been wanting one of those things for so long.
Me too.
Just go back. So we have a local nursery right down the street from us, and they're open. Yeah.
I've had this one since Christmas.
And I have a nice one from Christmas. Andy gave it to us. Is that from Andy too?
Yeah.
And they're open, and I just wanted like some color or something. So I pulled in, put my mask on, and went in. And my roommate from college, Addie, her mom had one of those in her house, and I loved their house so much. And I'll never forget that stupid little plant. I always wanted one, but they had them. So anyway, I have no idea how it's going to do. But so I think I was talking about this when
It froze with that right up to the screen.
So this is the Stephen West
Fjord
Wanderer, and it's huge and it's awesome, and I absolutely love it. I used yarn that I bought at Vogue Live in New York, and I've been living in it like a blanket when I'm working at home, and it's squishy and warm and huge, and it's awesome. Awesome knit, fun, quick. I thought this part was going to be long. This was the quick part. The edge took probably the same amount of time as the rest of it.
Wow, really?
Yeah. And less yarn than I thought. I thought I was going to run out of yarn, but I did not. I had plenty. Oh, but I love it.
Nick made new beer.
Ooh, what do you make?
It's a sour beer. It's a Berliner Weiss. It's very light.
There's a show on Netflix, I think, or Prime called Brew Brothers. Did you watch it? I haven't seen it.
It's so bad. And we watched it, and
I was like, oh, it's like a knit show.
It's so bad. We didn't love it, but we watched the whole thing, and it really was not so good. But we still enjoyed it. It was funny.
So Dalton's been looking for movies, like every night you're looking.
Yeah.
I saw that, and I'm like, oh, that'd be good. But then I thought of another movie that I watched years ago. Not years ago, like 2 years ago, called Drinking Buddies, and it's very good. Yeah. I like that movie.
Drinking Buddies.
Olivia Wilde and
the
guy from Three Girls or whatever that is. So I'm a non-sock knitter, but I can't say that anymore.
Oh, yeah. You're a sock machine.
So you know me. I hate socks. And I complain. And Andy said, just make Skype socks. So I made the simple Skype socks. And there's just enough to keep me interested and going. So I made 2. One pair looks like they're super stretched out because I wore them and I don't know what happened, but I used yarn from Robin, our friend Robin's Roost. She has an Etsy shop, and I had made a hat as a sample, but I had extra yarn. She said, keep it, make whatever you want. So I made socks, and I've been wearing them a lot. So they look really stretched out, but they fit me fine.
Have you washed them?
No, not yet. But they fit me fine. But when I took them off my feet, I was wearing them today. I'm like, they look gigantic. Anyway, they're just
so cool. It's such a cool pattern.
Like this little pattern. And then I made another pair. So I grabbed, I had scrap yarn. So the pink was a gift from Carrie in one of our swaps. And the green is leftover from my Sunset Highway, which I made like years ago from Backyard Knits. But it has just enough. See that little pattern there?
Yeah.
And there's like spring. I made those a little shorter because I didn't know if I had enough yarn. So look at me. I got to say that I'm not a sock knitter. I was just knitting the wrong sock.
Speaking of socks, you
said it's
20% alpaca, 20% nylon, 60%. I think it's superwash. Let me. Superwash merino. It's a sock fingering. It's like 440 yards. It is heavenly. Like I just can't wait. I can't wait to dye it. So I had posted on Instagram. Did you see I'm going to do that Ziggy Interrupted scarf?
Yeah. You said what colors? I'm like, those colors. I love it.
I know. I like it too. I'm thinking almost more, there's a picture of Andrea Mowry in the shift cowl.
Yeah.
That one?
Yes.
I'm thinking kind of those colors. Like a salmon with like olive speckles on it. Mm-hmm. And then like a golden maybe with olive speckles on it. And then a solid olive and like a dark purpley. Mm-hmm. Indigo, even like an indigo and purple kind of. If you guys don't know the scarf I'm talking about, that's it.
It's awesome.
So I bought the pattern like the day it came out or something. Like I've had the pattern for a long time. Maybe not. I don't know. I've had the pattern for a long time. And that was going to be my Maryland sheep and wool. Like I always try to have like something that I want to buy yarn for when we go.
So sad. I'm trying not to think about it. Although I have to say it's probably a good thing we're not going because our first tuition payment is on May 5th. So I said to Rick, I'm like, I think it's a blessing in disguise that I can't go to Maryland because we have to pay for college.
That you don't know if he can go to.
That's a whole nother discussion.
Whole nother, see?
Whole nother. But we did decide if it is online, he's still going to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's the educate. Like he said, he goes, Mom, I'm not a partier. Yes, he wants to go. He wants to go. Trust me. We want him to go. He's like, I'm there for an education. I want to get the best. So whatever.
And they're doing like Zoom meetings and stuff like that. Like they're still
yeah.
having class.
My niece and Jamie and Stefan, they're like, it's intense. They're like, this is no joke. Like it's not like, you're home, take it easy. They're working their butts off. All right. So I did that. But then I also did, so at the end of week 2 of quarantine, I remember I was just like this. Okay.
We've been quarantined 6 weeks.
Yeah. We're going into 7th week tomorrow. And at the end of the 2nd week is when the governor said that he knew it was going to go at least till April 30th. And I did not handle that very well because Chase was not handling school very well. And I was not handling working from home very well. So I thought, well, I'm going to knit. So I think that Friday I spent my lunch hour going through my stash, planning on what I was going to make. And I've always wanted to make the Nelchina, I think. So when I got out my yarn, that's what I thought I was going to make. I've had the pattern for like a year. I bought it ages ago. And I didn't have the right yarn for it. So, but I did have the right yarn for I don't know if I'm saying it right, the Ninilchik Swancho?
Ninilchik? Or I read it as Ninilchik, but
I'm not sure. I actually watched the Christy Glass interview with her because she made her pronounce all of her patterns. And anyway, our friend Chevis was making it as well at the same time. So I thought, oh, what the heck? So, oh my gosh, this was so freaking fun to knit. I knit it in 2 weeks.
Have you worn it yet?
Yes.
Like you like wearing because I like a poncho. Some people don't like a poncho.
But it has sleeves, which is
I know, but it still fits like a poncho. So when you lift your hands, the whole sweater comes up.
Oh my God. Did you watch Chevy Rell's podcast? Yeah. She was like, if you go like this at the grocery store. So I wore it to the grocery store yesterday and I had to reach up and I was like, I thought of her. So
the dog is back.
And she made a point. So if you watched her podcast, Chevy Rell Stuff podcast, she had the same exact comments I did. I wish the neck was a little wider because it does like scooch up on you when you're out and about. Like I've been wearing it at home as like a blanket. She knit. So I followed the direction. Okay, let me start over. When I wanted to knit this, I looked at the sizes. I typically am a large in the top. I'm a size 10 pants, large tops. I'm very broad, like this way, very broad. So when I looked at the sizes, I fell right between, there's a size 1 and a size 2. And I was like right on the edge and I didn't know what to do. And so I knew she was baking it. And I think since we've never really met in person, I think we're similar sizes from what she knits, I think. So I texted her, I said, what size do you make? And she said, I made the size 1, but I went up a needle size. Done. That's what I did. I'm so happy I did. So the sleeves, it said knit 7 inches. I don't mind 3/4 length sleeves. She wanted longer. She went all the way down. Like
I love 3/4. I'm always pulling my sleeves.
I'm a 3/4. Like I
like 3/4.
So that's the only thing that she changed. But oh my, here, let me see if I can show it. Like I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So yes, I've been wearing it in the house and I'm working.
It would be fun with like a turtleneck cowl neck.
Yeah, that would be nice too.
No.
Who are you saying no to?
The dog. He's like, who?
He hears Yaya. He wants both.
Yeah.
He wants it. Anyway, so I knit this. I loved it. So I used the white from my cable sweater that Mom gave me. Mm-hmm. That's what that was. The yellow is Cascade. Here, Pages, I don't know. Pink was left over from my Rhinebeck sweater from last year. I had the brown was from that Meadow. Oh, what's the name? It's not Meadowbrook. Meadow Annie from North Jersey. Oh, what's her name? Paige.
Pancho.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
oh,
Oh,
Choi.
yeah, her.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I forget the name of her farm. Anyway, I got it in Maryland. Paige and I met her. This was
I
from
have
2
her on
years ago in
Instagram.
Maryland, and so that's in there. And then my purple is from Periwinkle Sheep, and I bought that from Paige at the New Jersey Sheep and Wool Festival last year, I think.
Middlebrook Fiberworks.
Yeah, that one. But it's 2 words, Middlebrook, right?
Yeah.
Middlebrook. I always want to say Meadowbrook.
Somebody just pulled into my driveway.
Do they want to be on the podcast? Who is it?
I don't know. And they're putting a mask on.
We'll record it and find out who it is.
Hold
Who
on.
is it?
Let's see if Nick is. I think Nick is expecting something. Hold on.
Okay. Okay. We found out who the mystery person was. Well, not really, but.
Something for Nick. One of the home brewers, I think.
Oh, I just took a project out of my bag and it had my patchouli, peppermint.
Oh, your soap? Sawkill, right?
Oh, yes. My Sawkill farm. Oh, it smells so good. I should order myself some. That would make me happy.
Great. So, do we want to talk about that kind of stuff yet?
Oh, look. So I'm working on my leaves of grass.
Your edge?
Yeah.
How close are you?
I have, like, I don't know, that much to go. So this is what I'm going to be picking up now that I finished, because this one I have to pay attention to, but, oh, it smells so good. This is my leaves of grass blanket. So now it's going to get some attention. So that's next on my list. That one. And then last thing I have that I want to show that was kind of sad to finish.
Oh, it's done.
Kind of sad.
Uh-oh, she's gonna cry.
I'm not gonna cry. The college quilt is complete. And unceremoniously, like I envisioned like he sees me work on it. It's not like it's a surprise. He picked out the fabric. But I thought I would like wrap it up with a bow, with a note, with like a super like sappy letter about going to college. And I finished it last night and I said, Dalton, I finished your quilt. And he goes, can I take it to bed right now? Can I go to sleep with it? And I was like, okay. And then he picked up, he goes, thanks, Mom. I really like it. And he went to bed. I was like, oh. So he did. So he loves it. Oh, that was it. I thought it was gonna be like, here.
At least he wanted to use it, and he was like, "Oh,
yeah, he did." He was like, "Well, last night I was working on it, and I was getting tired. We watched the original. Oh, we got Disney Plus for the 7-day free trial just to see, like, if we're gonna really watch it.
We love Disney Plus.
So we did get it, and we watched. I wanted Chase to watch the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, which I love. So we watched that.
We watched that this week too.
Yeah. So I was working on it, but I was getting tired, and Dalton was watching with us, and I was almost done. He was like, "Are you going to finish that tonight?" And I was like, "I could." He's like, "Can you?" And I was like, "All right, I guess I am." I do the binding, so I put the binding on, hand stitched it all the way around. Yeah, so it's all done. Now, will he go to college? We don't know. But if not, he likes it, and he used it last night, and he's very happy. So anyway, for those of you that have been watching, it started last August, I think. I really only work on it on Sundays when we were watching football. That's really the only time I did it.
I love it.
It's machine pieced, hand stitched. It's by Then Came June, and it is called the Diamond Ripples Quilt. Mm-hmm. And that's it. It's all done. Time for college, so we can throw up on it, I guess.
Ew.
But he can't get cheese doodle dust on it. No, he's not going to throw up. You know what I've been watching? Because we had to do his college, like, housing. You have to put your housing deposit down and your housing application, all that stuff. And so I was looking, he had to pick his dorms that he was hoping for. And I was looking at all of them. Oh my God, our dorm rooms have not changed. They are weird and tiny, and the desks are the same, and the chairs
are the hard wooden rocking chairs.
Yep, still the same, and the bad dressers, like, it is the same.
It just must hold up to college kids.
I guess. I swear it's the same stuff that when I was in college. It's the same stuff. Cracks me up. So that's that. So that's what I've been creating. That and food and wine.
Food, a lot of food.
Lots of wine.
Yeah, beer here.
Oof. It's so good though. And I've been reading. Well, I haven't been reading as much as I thought I would be. But I'll put this away when we're all done. I read The Nickel Boys. For the readers out there, yes, it was like the best book for the year. It won prizes and all that. I don't know. It was a little intense. I don't know. It wasn't my it wasn't my cup of tea. Yes, I learned something, but do I want to learn that stuff? At my age, no, not really. So, but right now I'm reading a book that I really, really like. So I would recommend. I'm halfway through it. I got it through what did I do? Oh, I got one through the library on my Kindle, but I ran out of time. I didn't read it in time and it got sent back. Fine. I wasn't loving it. I can't even remember what it was. How about that? But I am reading right now. I bought it on the Kindle. I'm missing the library terribly. But anyway, Confessions of a Midwife by Diane Chamberlain. And I'm loving it because I found a blog. That's the other thing. I've been blogging again. The blog is up and running like every day. I haven't blogged in a year. Purple Debbie blogs every day.
I get her emails. I read it every morning when I wake up.
So Purple Debbie, our friend, blogs every day, and she always says, I miss your blog. I'm like, I don't have time to blog, and I have nothing to talk about because we have YouTube. We have this, right?
Yeah.
And I have Instagram. I feel like, what am I going to blog about? But now that I'm home, I'm blogging again almost every day. So if you want to find that, I'm on, I don't know, arrowacresblogspot.com. Sure, I think. And I've been doing that every day. So
there's a link to it on our website.
Yeah.
Arrowacres.com, click the blog link.
I started with the quarantine because I thought I'm just going to do it as a journal kind of to myself to remember what all of this was about. So someday I can go back and look at it. That's really why I started.
Mom started a journal today. She started a new journal today.
Yeah.
She's putting in the will that you get all her journals because you'll enjoy them the most.
I will totally enjoy them the most.
And she's also putting it, she said 3 of them have locks on them.
I'm getting keys?
So she's putting in the will like how you have to open them too.
Yes. That's totally what I should get. That's sad to think about Mom dying, but that's totally what I should get. We were going through pictures and I found all these old letters and I found some from my mom. Oh my gosh. She wrote me a letter. I could cry, but she wrote me a letter right after Pop-Up died. And she was writing, I guess it was on my birthday. My grandmother used to write like she talked. And so my husband was an English teacher and he always says to me, he's like, you write like you talk. Like, that's not how you write. And I'm like, well, that's how I write. And my mom did that. And she wrote this whole thing. And it was so fun to read. And she always put a weird joke at the end, like a stupid joke. But she was talking about Pop-Up had just passed away. And she was like, oh, he's up there. The Phillies are doing terrible. He must be yelling. And he and Uncle Apple are probably fighting about the Giants. Just funny. But anyway, yes, I would enjoy the diaries the very most.
Yes. So you get the diaries. This is the only book that I've been reading.
Yeah.
It's an excellent book if you're interested in basket making.
I'm sure it is. But anyway, I was saying I found a blog. I started looking at other blogs. I followed the same people all the time. And this one woman had like really cool like house decorating stuff and recipes, but she had a lot of book recommendations. So one night I just went through only her book recommendation posts and I wrote them all down. And so I started like looking them up and this one was one of them and I'm absolutely loving it. It's like totally me. It's
Did she have other ones listed that you have read that you liked?
Yes. Yeah, that's kind of how I knew I might like her books. So that's been fun. So I'm reading that and I really love it. I don't like reading on a Kindle at all, but I'm doing it. I like a book.
The blue light glasses.
No, I don't mind that. I just like a book.
Oh yeah.
I'm old fashioned that way. I like a book, but it is what it is. And I don't like to spend money on books.
I like the library. I've had this book before quarantine, but they closed the book drop. That's what the website said. So I went to renew it, and the book drop is closed. So
I still have the Dutch House, which I've had for like 2 months, and I never finished.
That's what this one is.
Yeah, but you can't return it. I looked on it to return it, but you can't. No one's there. It said, "Do not put stuff in our book drop." No one's there to get it. So I still have that book.
I was there getting this the last day that they were open. The day I made the basket. It was, and the lady said, we're closing tomorrow. So I was one of the last people at the library.
That's something I miss. We were talking about things we miss. I don't miss all that much. I miss Amy's house.
I miss seeing friends.
I miss Mizzuto's very much. That's our local place that we like to go. As Rick said, our wallet likes that we're not at Mizzuto's. Mizzuto's is not cheap. I miss the library, and I miss seeing my coworkers. I miss the daily, like, stupid stuff, that I miss.
We've been doing game night with friends. And it's funny. So I have some mom friends, and we're all friends because we have kids. We met at like toddler time. Okay. So we all know each other very well. Some of us know the husbands, but we really only see each other with moms and kids. So the husbands don't all know each other. Most of them do, but they don't all. And Nick didn't really know all of them. So it was really funny. Our first game night, we did a couples game night. So it was like, these husbands are like, who's that guy? And we had so much fun. So our favorite game has been Scattergories. So if you want to do it with friends, so you can just go online and look up Scattergories cards, and you text the card to everybody. And then Tony, our friend Tony, actually has it. So she has the dice with all the letters on it. You roll it to pick the letter. And then everybody mutes themselves for 3 minutes. And as a couple, you go down all your answers.
That's fun.
And then we unmute, and then we go in order, and you say your answers. It's been really, really fun.
I don't know if I remember that game.
So Scattergories, there's 12 categories. It's like a type of flower, a girl's name, a drink, transportation, and then you come up with a letter, like say the letter's J. You have to come up with a girl's name that starts with J. Like every category has to start with that letter, but you can't use the same word twice. And then if you and I come up with the same answer, nobody gets a point. But if you're the only person who has that answer, then you get a point.
Oh, that's fun.
So for each one, and you just go down each one. It's very fun. And we've played it with 2 different groups of friends, and we've had fun every single time. We thought the second time we played we weren't going to like it, but
do you have to have the dice with the letters to play?
No, we just Nick went on his phone and did random letter generator.
Because that'd be fun with like Amy and John, Eileen and Hank, like my group, my Friday night group.
Really funny. Like even
Caroline and Tony
liked it. Yeah.
That might be fun. All right.
But I warn you, if somebody doesn't have a paid account, you have to keep logging on every 40 minutes.
Oh, right.
Which gets kind of funny, but
yeah.
Like Tony and John have a paid account, so we didn't have to, we could just play with them.
How much does it cost to have a paid account on Zoom?
It can't be much because we started on Google Meeting and John was like, oh, screw this. I'm just going to get a Zoom account, and did it while we were all on. And then we just switched over.
Maybe we should do that. If this keeps going like this, maybe we should just get one. Because Amy's birthday is Saturday and my birthday is the next Saturday. And she's pissed. She feels that we are missing out on a whole year because our birthdays fall on a Saturday, and it's just not fair. That's what she said.
It's not fair.
It's not fair, she said.
We get Sunday Fun Days next year.
True. We'll have Sunday Fun Day. That means mine will be on Mother's Day next year.
Oh.
I was supposed to have a band concert today.
And
it's Tom's birthday.
Been loving the I'm gonna find it. Hula Frog. I saw it a couple times, but I know Hula Frog posted it today about Mother's Day.
Great ones.
Have you seen? Hold on.
We have a local website on Facebook I think it's everywhere around the country. Hula Frog. If you
ours
is like moms and things to do, local area stuff.
Okay, FYI, dads, your children will not be bringing home handmade Mother's Day gifts from school. You have 15 days.
I told Rick, he's like, ooh.
I know, I showed it to Nick this morning. I was like, guess what?
Yeah, because really only Chase brings me home stuff. So then I told Rick that, and he laughed. And then they were looking for, Dalton's like, I've been looking for Pit Mom stuff for you, but it's all dorky, so I'm not getting you one. I'm like, all right. I'm like, just get me a regular Pit shirt or something. So, but that's it.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
So anyway, so next Saturday, we were supposed to be in Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival. And last year we started the tradition of our podcaster meetup, which we obviously cannot do, but we want to keep the fun going. So next Saturday at 4:00, we are going to have our Zoom virtual cocktail hour. And similar as to last time, like if you joined last time, if you DM me or Liz, we'll send you the code and the password, and then we'll log on at 4. So last time we had a ton of people. We had like 60, 70 people. I don't know.
75, I think, at one point.
We had the girl shaving a cat. She was at work doing it. So
funny.
right. That was fun. So we're going to try it again. So if you'd like to join, we'll put up information and we'll put it on Instagram so you guys know to join.
Yeah, but you have to send it to us. We can't just put the code out there. We have to give it privately. Yeah. It's not our account that we use. Maybe we should buy it. Maybe we should get our account.
Maybe we should get an account. So maybe we'll get an account and then we'll let you know what it is, because our friend Paige has been generous enough to let us use hers, but it is hers and we don't feel right putting out into the world her information. So yes, maybe we'll have to look into that.
Yeah. So we'll look into it. So by like Thursday, send us a message. That's a good date, right? We'll have the code by Thursday that we can hand out Thursday or Friday, right?
No, start Thursday so I don't get bombarded, because there was a lot of people last time. I was like, oh boy, I didn't want, and there were a couple people like I didn't see it in time, so they didn't get to come on. Yeah,
so Thursday, April 30th. You can send us a message anytime from then on. So private message on Facebook. You can go to our farm Facebook, Arrow Acres Farm, if you're on Facebook. I get those messages. Or Arrow Acres Farm Yarn on Instagram, or Cocktail Hour at the Coop on Instagram.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay? Yeah. And then we'll have some gyros maybe.
If they have them at Aldi.
They sold out. It was empty. They had like a thing, and it was empty, and it said gyro kitten. And I was like, duh. So they must be good enough that everybody wants them.
They were pretty good. It's in the frozen section. All right. I have a low battery notification coming up.
All right, time to go. So hopefully this records and I can send it to you, and then we'll have our podcast.
Imagine if I can't get this edited. Well,
we'll figure it out. All right, so that's it. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Right?
Clink, clink.
Clink, clink. All right, see everybody.
Bye.
Bye.